Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us tonight as we are talking email marketing, and we have a great lineup of three awesome shop owners to talk email marketing. And let's get started with the introductions. Bill, do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. Hey, everyone. My name is Bill D'Alessandro. I'm based in Boulder, Colorado. I own a business called Elements Brands. We are a portfolio of 4 consumer products brands, mostly in the personal care space. So we make sunscreen, shampoo, things like that. Our brands are Nurture My Body, which is a line of organic skin and hair care products. Ski Balm, which is a windburn protection sunscreen for when you're skiing and snowboarding. Mexitan, which is a line of sunscreens and tanning oils. And KP Elements, which is a cream for a skin condition called keratosis pilaris. I've been on BigCommerce for a couple years, have a couple different sites, and do a whole lot of email marketing for all of them.
Awesome, that's great. Hobson, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and your business?
Sure. Hi, I'm my name's Hobson Brown. I'm one of the founders of Cricket Shirts. We make say classically styled clothes for kind of forward-thinking guys. We're focused on the top half of the body. We started with a line of polos, and we've expanded into sweaters and button-downs, and we are based in Austin, Texas.
Awesome. Go Austin. And finally, last but certainly not least, Travis, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. My name's Travis Thompson. We're also based in Austin, Texas. My company is Organically Baby. We deal in organic and natural children's and infants products. Everything from children's toys to clothing to blankets to skincare products. You name it, we have about 1,000 SKU right now. And we've been email marketing we're pretty new to it. Email marketing for us has only been for about 6 months now. But something I would recommend.
Awesome, and that actually segues really nicely into our very first question. Our first question to pose to all of you guys. When did you guys first start focusing on email marketing?
We've been doing email marketing, so I'll just pick our Nurture My Body brand. Did very rudimentary email marketing since the very beginning, the type of thing we would send out a 15% coupon or a 10% coupon every so often. But that was pretty much it. That was the previous owners of the business were doing a lot of that. When I bought the business, we started to do a lot more sophisticated email marketing. So we went from sending coupons once a month. Went 6 months cold turkey with no emails, no coupons, which was a hard thing for us to break our customers of the expecting a discount every time habit. But now we do an email every week. We do with no discounts. We've done some Black Friday, Cyber Monday, holiday stuff, but that's sort of the anomaly. We only do discounts in December, and then we do it for Earth Day. But other than that, we don't do any discounts. And now we've been doing kind of this weekly send for over a year now, and email directly drives about 30 to 40% of our revenue.
Wow. That's pretty great. What about, I'd love to hear from either of you guys, Travis or Hobson.
Sure, I'll jump in.
Oh, go ahead, please.
Okay. Yeah, we've been we launched our business about 4 years ago, and ever since the beginning, we've kind of realized that email marketing is a pretty big piece of it. In the beginning, it was literally just myself and my business partner, so our design skills were pretty rudimentary, and we were kind of in charge of everything. So initially, we didn't send as many emails. We've gradually built that up. Now we're sending about 3 a week is what we average, and we also have a design team that helps us with that now as well. So it's definitely a big piece of our business. I would say it's about 30% as well. Pretty directly traceable to our revenue. So it's something that we spend a lot of time on, and I think have been improving over the years.
Fantastic. And Travis, do you have any additional thoughts?
Sure. Well, I mentioned before that we've only been using email marketing for about 6 months, and despite having been founded in 2008, it was just something we hadn't really taken advantage of. I have several friends who are also in e-commerce, and many of them are recommending it. Didn't think it was really the channel for us, and I was wrong. So I'll jump into the mistakes. But email marketing we've been slowly growing our list, but it has been it's not a significant percentage of our revenue. Maybe right now closer to 8 to 10%, but we only send out about 1 email a week. But our responses on those emails have been very good.
That's awesome, and that kind of segues very nicely into something I'm sure a lot of people viewing also have questions about. Is what tactics do you use to grow your email list? Like, what tactics do you use to get more subscribers?
Yeah, if I can continue, I mean, basically what we've been using from a newcomer standpoint, I'd love to hear what the other guys, what Bill and Hobson use to grow their list, because ours has been fairly rudimentary. We use social networking. We use Twitter, we use Google+, we use Facebook, and we put in our little MailChimp link in there at every opportunity. We have a splash page on the site. They get the little link to sign up, and that's how we've been growing. It's been quick, not as quickly as we'd like, but given our slow start in email marketing, it's more than I expected.
The one thing that's been really good for us is we do giveaways. So we'll reach out to bloggers in our space and say, hey, we'll send you some free product. Will you feature our stuff and write a review? But we'd also like to give away some product to your readers. And then we use software called Woobox, WOOBOX, and that lets the blogger embed a little form on their site that requires all their readers to like us on Facebook and put their email address in. And then we give away some free stuff to 1 or 2 or 3 people, depending on how many email addresses we're getting, which is really cost effective. So we'll get hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of email addresses and give away $100 worth of product. So that's been really good for us, is doing the giveaways.
That's great. If you don't mind me asking, how do you determine what items to give away, or what are the types of giveaways that get the best responses?
What we usually do is we ask the blogger to pick the product that they would like to review, and then we give away the same product that they reviewed, because the people have just read about it, so then we give one away.
That's an awesome idea. Does anybody else, I mean, that's actually fantastic. Does anybody experiment in addition to giveaways with creating this specific content just for your email list or just for like downloads? In terms of like ebooks or PDFs or guides or checklists, do you guys, any of you experiment with any of that as well?
We don't do any sort of, I know what you're talking about. I've seen a lot of B2C companies kind of rewarding people for signing up for their list with content, with valuable content. I think we're all kind of packaged goods focused companies, so I think that the physical good is kind of a good reward for a giveaway. I would add on to for the giveaways, we've had success with partnering with other brands, kind of complementary brands that have been. So we kind of partner together, and we each email our lists, and we promote it on our social channels, and it's been a really effective way at reaching a new audience. And if you're smart about it and you work with complementary brands, not only do you get I think all the emails you end up getting are really qualified, and then you also get for people that don't actually end up signing up for their email, you get credibility because these other brands are vouching for you that you've agreed to work with. So we've done that a number of times, and it's really been an effective way at growing our list. And we actually use Woobox as well. I know there's some other softwares to use that we've looked at, but we find that one to work pretty well. And it's changed a lot over the last year. Like Facebook kind of creates new rules that actually put some of these sharing apps out of business pretty quickly. But I think giveaways and contests are a great way to grow your list if you're smart about it and really partner with brands or bloggers that are focused on your product or your service, because you don't want to just get emails from people that really aren't interested. That'd just be a kind of pointless way to grow your list. And another way that we grow our list that we found really effective is we work with a company called Bounce Exchange, which basically you can set it up a couple different ways, but initially what we were using them for is they can track when people are exiting the site. So say someone comes to cricketshirts.com and spends some time looking around, and they're saying, okay, well, I don't want to buy anything today, and they're going to leave the site, and they're bringing their mouse up to the browser bar. That's when they're able to serve a pop-up that says, hey, you guys are leaving, how about, basically giving them an offer for 20% off their first purchase. We do it for first-time purchasers, so we're really going for new visitors to our site and new customers, and they've had a chance to explore our site. They've seen all of our shirts. They're interested, and this is just kind of at the end, so it's not kind of annoying them right upon entry. And asking them, giving them a reason to sign up for our email list by offering them a discount code to use within a certain time period. And that's been a really effective way for us to grow our email list over the last couple of years, really. We've been using them.
Hobson, when you do the exchanges with other relevant brands, how is that structured? Is it more like, hey, here's a coupon for Cricket shirts, come buy something, or is it go to this page and give Cricket shirts your email address and then they'll send you cool info?
So we recently did one with a number of golf-related brands. So there was like 5 other companies in it. There was True Linkswear, which makes golf shoes. There's Made Golf, which is a company that it's basically Bonobos' golf brand, and then there's a Jones Golf Bag, Edel Golf, and a company called Seamus Golf Head Covers. So we all got together, and these are people that we've kind of just gotten to know over the last few years, and we really like all of these brands' different products, and we just created this awesome gift prize with each of us kind of donating. We donated a couple shirts. Made did pants, the golf bag company did a golf bag, and we kind of took the lead on doing the creative for it and organizing it, and then basically in return what we asked for with these other companies was just the commitment to email their list, to put a little money behind a social promotion on Facebook. So we just had these kind of agreements before we launched the campaign that we'd all kind of contribute to the promoting of it, and we just set up we kept it really simple, the way to enter it. So we were just going, what we really wanted was the email. We weren't trying to drive Facebook likes, we weren't trying to drive Instagram likes. So it literally just sent people to a landing page, see the what you were going to win right there, and just in order to enter, you just had to enter your email. So we kept it really simple, and we ended up getting 8,000 emails as a result of it.
Totally worth it. That's great.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I think it was a really cool prize. We did a great job, shooting the creative. They were very complimentary brands. So it was a huge success. And all the other brands were really psyched about being part of it, and some of the brands didn't have as big of an email list. Like, we realized that, and but we felt like they added a lot to the contest, and down the road it's as their list grows, and that I'm sure they'd be psyched to do another contest and kind of return the favor at a certain point. So I think if you try to compare like, oh, well, how many emails do you have now versus like you have, and then like try to line everything up. I mean, you just got to create kind of a fair way of setting it up. I don't think if you try to just like, it's not all apples to apples all the time.
Awesome.
Good question, Bill?
Yeah, good answer.
Continue on.
No, sorry. I was just wanting to make sure I answered Bill's question.
Yeah.
That's great. And I'm kind of going to segue on and from growing and finding and getting more email subscriptions to actually, how do you guys determine what content to send and how often to send it?
We've experimented. We were, as I mentioned, we were sending once a month, and then I have a buddy who's an email marketing consultant that I actually hired for a couple months, and he was like, dude, once a month is not even close to enough. So then we stepped it up to once a week, and obviously got much better results from once a week. We have experimented briefly with twice a week. We found not really any incremental bump from that, so we kind of fell back to once a week, and that also means we got to do half as much creative, which is kind of nice. And then what we try to do is feature one product that we sell. We sell a bunch of stuff, one product or ingredient, an aspect of a product, and then we try to do a little information about that ingredient or product, why it's cool. Like, this is some background on ginger root and why that's cool to have in your body wash or whatever it happens to be. And then we do a couple featured products, and we do there's ways to do, try to analyze people's purchase history and say recommended just for you, which is great. And I have heard drives pretty good results, but we have not had the time to implement that technology. So instead, what we did is we just put recommended especially for you, and then there's static blocks. So, but people still click on them and buy them, and so we just rotate those every so often.
That's great, and I know a lot of specifically new shop owners tend to think I have to email coupons and discounts, and the only way I'm going to get people to view my list are through coupons and discounts. Have any of you guys experimented that route, and do you ever offer promotions to your email list, or do you guys predominantly just feature a product or a recommended product or a recommended ingredient in Bill's case as well? Aimed at any one of you guys.
We try to mix in a fair amount of content and also product introductions as well as we do sales or discounts, or we want to reward people for signing up for our email list. So I think offering them deals is part of it. We don't want people to just like think that that's the only reason they're signing up. I mean, we deliver cool content. They're the first to know about our new product that we introduce. So it's just kind of this finding the right mix. I mean, I don't know if there's like a certain secret formula for it, but for us, it just depends on what's new, what we're introducing, and that kind of dictates the mix of our email. But we've gotten a lot of really good feedback. We keep eyes on our unsubscribe rate, and that kind of helps us make sure that we're not emailing too much, or and also our open and our click-throughs, and I think it's just you want to constantly kind of be aware of all of that, and then just at the end of the day, putting out emails that for us it's a lot of visual is very important to our brand. So it's just putting out really attractive emails that you would want to receive, and either that look great and that you're visually appealing, or the content is such that it's people are psyched to get it in their inbox. So that's what we're kind of constantly doing.
I think it's a mistake a lot of brands make. They try to think, if I better have a discount, or I better not be sending this to people, or they're going to get upset. And that was a real trap that Nurture My Body had fallen into before I bought the business. They were sending discounts every time. And like I said, we went cold turkey, and it was I realized that all of the revenue, I looked at the revenue, it was all the email revenue was all coupon codes. So it was just eroding their margin, and then people would wait for the next deal, kind of like the Groupon effect. They wouldn't buy unless they were getting a deal. And it took us almost a year to kind of train our email list to not wait for the deal. So don't, for all the store owners out there thinking about doing this, don't feel like you got to send a coupon every time. You're gonna poison your list. As soon as you start doing that, they won't buy except with a coupon. So you really got to find ways to deliver value that's not monetary discount.
That's a great point, and I think that segues very nicely into something where if you guys are brave enough to share, what mistakes have you guys made along the way? Like, did you guys ever work on a campaign, an email marketing campaign, or something that just totally flopped, or made the mistake of sending or having a massive unsubscribe rate or something? Like, are you guys willing to venture off and share some of the mistakes you may have made, maybe when you were first getting started?
Nothing like that for us, partially just because we haven't been doing this that long, but if there's anything, it was just not jumping in soon enough, not taking those risks. Of course, time will tell. Maybe we've made mistakes with adding too many coupon codes and getting our customers to become addicted to them. I'm afraid of that, of course, but so far, strangely enough, although this may be slightly off your subject, what we found with many of our brands is that we'll promote a brand in the email marketing for a week. We'll offer a coupon code for maybe 2 or 3 days. We actually find that after the coupon is expired, we have a bump in sales for the product we were sending the marketing on, even after the coupon had expired. So we were selling more after the coupon period than we were during the coupon period. What I'm afraid of is that we're going to get caught in a trap there, and we're going to start assuming that's always going to be the case, even though it's only been the case for maybe the last 2 months.
That's still a nice little side effect. Does anybody else have any points to make, or mistakes that they made, or things that you've learned from all by doing?
One big mistake we made in the early days, and we only made this mistake once, but all of the emails that we sell on Amazon as well. So all of our Amazon emails were getting flowed into our list, and so we sent Amazon customers a promotional, just our typical email, which got us suspended from Amazon for 2 weeks, and we had to beg to be reinstated because you're not allowed to send marketing communications to Amazon customers. So don't do that. They come down really hard on that, and that sucked. It cost us 2 weeks of sales on Amazon.
Yikes. But thank you so much for sharing that tidbit. Moving right along, does anybody have, like, moving on to from the mistakes to, does anybody have any like hacks or secret tips, and what are some of the tips, and what are the closing tips and remarks that you would have for someone who's who might be just getting started with email marketing, or maybe haven't even tiptoed into it, like, and just going from left to right? So starting with Travis. What are some final tips that you have?
Well, since we're fairly new to email marketing, I don't know if I have enough data to give accurate tips. What has worked for us is having something that I'm sorry, I forgot your name. Hopkins. Making very graphically interesting emails was very important. Having them, we have a lot of stuffed animals, so we put their faces all over it and make it interesting and make cartoons out of it, and it's something that customers appreciate. We can see that in our conversion rates when we send them out. But if there's anything that I would say was a surprise secret weapon, it wasn't necessarily in the email marketing that we would send out through MailChimp or one of those. It was the emails that we were sending to people who weren't converting, the people who were leaving checkout and they get the little 4 emails from BigCommerce. Well, we customized those heavily, and we created a little cartoon, kind of made it fun, and Like first one is a bear standing there, it's a little teddy bear standing there with somebody's car with stuff in it. And then the next one is like the teddy bear is got this little teddy bear, you know, it's like several hours later they get another one with little teddy bear. It's like, this is my son, and we're still holding your cart. And then the next one is like the son has grown up, he's got a wife, they got a new kid, and they're taking their cart on vacation. And we make a little story on it. And our conversions after abandoned cart conversions went from 5% to 40% just by doing it. You know, that was very eye-opening for us. Highly recommend this, customizing and making them interesting.
That's a great tip, and just something that anyone should be thinking about doing is just optimizing the abandoned cart emails, and that's awesome. Moving right along to both of you guys, which one do you guys? What tips do you guys have? Final tips and words of wisdom.
For me, I would say it's very easy. There's this whole world of email marketing. You can read a ton about it. You can blog post forever. You know, there's all kinds of software. It can be very intimidating. You can say, oh, I don't want to start until I do, you know, customize all my emails, or until I get the recommended products in all the emails. Like, you should just start and then iterate that stuff later. You'll be floored at how much money falls out of the sky once you just start sending emails. And every day that you delay, you're just kind of putting that off. Even a very basic email is it's just a reminder. It's like, hey, remember us. Like, here we are in your inbox. Remember this brand. Remember how you're out of our sunscreen or shampoo, or you bought from us before. Just the reminder that you exist. You'd be shocked at how many people click through and buy.
That's an awesome tip. And finally, but certainly not certainly last but not least, do you have any tips?
Yeah, I would recommend putting up a kind of an email pop-up capture on your homepage that incentivizes people to sign up for your email list. Whether that's, you know, you offer them free shipping on your first order, or you can phrase it in kind of a way that kind of gives them insight into what you're going to be delivering in their inbox in kind of a clever way. I think if you just you ask for the email, I guess is my point. You'll find that's, you know, an effective way, and I think you're not going to turn off a lot of people. You're not going to get a huge bounce rate if you have that. I think people are pretty used to seeing that on a lot of sites. So, you know, that's a pretty easy way to take advantage of the current traffic that you're getting to your site from all different channels, and it's just it's a smart way to grow your list and not turn off a lot of people. And I would say, you know, there's definitely, as you grow your email list and you grow your company, there's a lot more sophisticated. You'll learn a lot more about different email service providers, and you know, we're still on MailChimp. We've been with them since the very beginning. There's a lot you can do with MailChimp. You don't have to start with some, you know, really expensive ESP that offers, you know, a ton of different segmentation. You know, MailChimp offers very affordable entry point services, and really enables you to grow your list and do a lot from a design standpoint, and also segmentation. As you grow that list and you want to be smarter about segmenting it with different types of customers or people that haven't bought, there's a lot of other companies that you can start partnering with that integrate with MailChimp. We work with a company called Windsor Circle. We also work with a company called Castora, and both of these companies, you know, are really good about helping you be smarter about how you email, whether that's on a predictive standpoint or being able to segment out and you know, be timing your emails so they're going out at the right time, potentially to try to win back customers or people that might be kind of at risk of being lost. So you know, I think you know, what we've both all been saying is just, you know, the more we've been emailing, obviously the better returns, but you don't want to just email every day without putting thought and smart design into all of your emails. I think if as long as you're providing value to your customers in your emails, whether that's from a description, content, knowledge, a discount, I would just recommend keeping that in mind, as you're thinking about your email strategy.
Those are some awesome last-minute tips. Thank you guys so much for tuning in on this awesome conversation about email marketing best practices. We are going to continue the conversation over in our forum. And you can head over there by going to forum.bigcommerce.com. And I'll also include a link in the bottom of the event page over here in Google+. Thank you guys so much, and have a great evening.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.